St Kilda fans here too, Bruce.
Maynard's got Lockett, which is a surprise here.
Yes, I would have thought he'd line up at his favourite centre-half back. And we see on the bench there Hocking and Patterson for the Crows and McAdam and Pekin for the Saints.
Well, Newport and Jarman at it before the first bounce. Just shepherding away, and here we go. Micken and Vidovic who run straight into him. Here's Brown, first kick of the match. Left foot round the body. No free kick to the Saints. Tregenza taps it on in front to Bickley. Tries to crash his way through, concedes ground. Oh, that was a brilliant take by Burke. Left foot is good to Winmar at centre wing. Winmar's left-hand handball to Craven. The Saints are away. Craven from the centre wing. Low the target. And too big and too good that time for Bartlett. So Bartlett for Low. And Lockett goes for this. Maynard on him. Lockett thumps it away. Good take there by Gregg. The tackling pretty good. Wren with a chance. The handball okay to Wiedemann. Wiedemann to Scott Lee. Lee away, and Bartlett's got a bit of time and space and kicks it very well.
Well, he's found Mark Micken. Mark Micken, wobbly kick to the half-forward line. Attempted smother there was by Rowe. Was that a throw? Umpire said no. Well, in fact, he did pay it in the end. That was Harding getting it across to Morris. Morris to centre wing. Oh, dropped out there by Steve Newport. Looks like Newport is picking up Jarman to the half-forward line. It's fisted away. Here's Dean Rice after the ball. Here's a booming kick. Hooks it back in front of goal. Up they go. Lockett couldn't quite hold it. Hand pass by Wiedemann. He gets it further field to Tasker. And all a little bit slow getting rid of it. It allows Allen to come in with a hand pass. Here's the dangerous Nicky Winmar. Winmar around the corner, a high floater up in front of goal. A pack of players there, but the ball floats and out on the ball.
Yes, well, McIntyre has started at full forward for the Crows, and they've started Wren as a loose player across half-back, trying to block up the space for both Lockett and Lowe.
Maynard, who'll try and run off Lockett tonight. Wiedemann on his left foot. Micken uses his body and gets rid of Vidovic cleverly. He was a great player at West Adelaide. 3 times best and fairest of that club before he went to the Bears. Left foot to the centre. Didn't quite get it to Klug. Morris couldn't break through. Klug falls on top of it with Morris. Centre bounce. Excellent conditions. Morris, whose career's been resurrected somewhat with Hawthorn for a number of years. More noted as a flashy forward in his earlier days, and now as a reliable and dashing defender. Chris Mitchell, Brian Sheehan in charge.
Yes, 2 very experienced umpires. There's Micken getting it to ground. That was Gregg. A chance here for Tregenza, and he is marked. Now the chip passes on here as he floats it into the half-forward line. Oh, Winmar, a terrific effort, but he's given it no. Which way shepherding, and it's going Winmar's way. A little bit unlucky then, I thought, the Crows, McGuinness.
Yes, I thought that was good use of the body there, and as we see on replay here, could quite easily have gone the other way, and the Crows fans are certainly letting Chris Mitchell know.
Oh, you saw that on replay. I thought it should have been McGuinness's kick. Centre wing, all the high flyers are there, but a free kick's been given away to Lowe. He's going to create big problems at half-forward. Already you can see it with his strength. Now you look for Lockett. Lockett is one out now. He's taken front position. Maynard at the back. Almost a mark to Allen. In they go after there's Jarman. How the umpires see that. Harvey, an open goal coming up to the Saints. Goal to Harvey. Good start to St Kilda as their star ruck rover kicks the first goal of the game.
Yes, well, just a start that Ken Sheldon would have required. Robert Harvey's one of the more talented players, and we see on screen here Tim Allen, an exciting young player, brings the ball to the ground. A little bit of a fumble there from Jarman. There's Robert Harvey swooping on the ball and kicks accurately for a great start to the Saints.
By 6 points the Saints. Vidovic and Micken. Bickley. Winmar. Oh, weaves some magic and some space and then attacks. Not a particularly good kick. Lowe running the wrong way. Lockett, good take. The handball to Rice was okay. Rice with the snapshot, and it's Coghlan with a chance, but well played in the end by Tasker, who must have slept a little uneasily last night, not knowing or not whether he was on Big Tony or not.
Well, maybe he did know.
Probably slept like a baby. Woke up every 2 hours with nightmares, Bruce.
Well, here's the man as he's about to boot it back in for the Crows.
Well, to their half-back line, a pack of players set themselves low at the back. Wren was at the front. It hits the deck. Good play by Allen, but taken away by Tony McGuinness. But he's kicked straight to Devonport. Craig Devonport, the long kick. Oh, Lockett at the back's got the sit. 2 bites a mark to the champion full forward at 15 metres from goal.
Well, that's the big advantage of Tony Lockett. If you play him from behind, he's too big and he can't get around his bulk. If you play him from in front, he can use his big body to out-bustle you and throw the big hands up and take the grab.
Goal number 98 for the year coming up. He doesn't often miss these, and he takes his time. He's a beautiful kick of the football too, Gerard.
Yes, and I'm sure all the St Kilda players and the coaching staff would hope that Lockett can get the 100 goals over and done within the first quarter.
Well, plenty of boos, but I'm sure they'll warmly applaud him when he does get his 100. And listen to the hoots, but he is a great player, Lockett. There's the kick, no doubt about it, right through the middle. 98 goals for the season to Tony Lockett, but more importantly, a great start to the Saints, 2-1 to nothing, and there's a happy St Kilda man. Yes,
well, it was a great start to the Saints, and Tony Lockett, of course, 2 goals now to get his 100. But it was amazing on the way in, Peter. We walked along the boulevard out the front. How many St Kilda supporters there were here?
And I think this man has brought most of them here too to see him kick his 100.
I thought you were being a bit generous saying the Crows would clap him when he got his 100.
I think they will, actually. Well, we'll see.
Micken and Vidovic 13-0. I guess if you're a St Kilda fan, you want to be there when Lockett gets his 100th goal, so you've got to make the journey. There's Harding. McGuinness robbed him. Handball didn't go far. Bickley okay to Brown. Brown should go wide. He did, but the handball was awful. Harvey gets it away from Filkey to the space. Wiedemann, who's made a positive start. Not that time. Coughlin. McGuinness better. Filkey. Left foot round the body okay. Micken from half forward. Lumbering drop pump with some distance to the goal square. Jamison looks for a free kick. 45,000 scream for it, not there. Rowe in the pocket. No one home. Morris easily. The Saints are away. The handball okay. Taylor playing his 50th. Short. Vidovic with a high one. Coughlin in the front spot. Over the back, Wiedemann. Wren through his legs. Gets back. Wiedemann goes to ground. Lee, who's been dependable. Jarman, who's been one of the stars of the season. Short, okay. A good kick.
Micken to McGuinness. McGuinness breaking away from his opponent. The long kick, McGuinness. Good kick. Oh, should have been marked there by Jamison. He got underneath it. And Kane Taylor takes it over the line. But really, Gerard, Jamison should have marked that.
Yes, well, I thought initially it was a little bit high, but there was definitely a chance. He could have made more of his opportunities.
And the ball is in the forward pocket. Vidovic knocked down by Klug. Jamison is there, and now the umpire may pay this for holding the ball.
Good decision too, I thought, Peter.
And against Craig Devonport, and the free kick will go to Jamison, who is a great kick.
Well, we look here on the replay. There's a little bit of fumbling there. Well, he's certainly hovering over the ball there. There's no genuine effort to get that out, and that's a good decision by Chris Mitchell. Of course, the umpires had a bit of trouble with the interpretation at the start of the year, but I think they've got the formula just about right now.
Yeah, you've got to make a genuine attempt, don't you? And on that occasion, I think he was caught red hot, Craig Devonport, and the deep breath. Taken by Rodney Jamison. He will kick from 25 to 30 metres, 45-degree angle for the Crows' first goal. Oh, he's floated across the face and out of bounds on the full. That's a shocker. Give a bloke a rap, and they let you down every time, don't they?
Well, he has kicked 36 goals this year. He's missed a few, but he is an excellent kick under pressure, as he's shown Frawley to Morris. Harvey in the front of Winmar with the big fly. Filkey versus Burke, or Taylor. Good take by the Saints. Here's Coughlin. Squares it. Nice take too by the big man Lowe. Lee gets a good bounce. Gets rid of it in a hurry to Wren. Clever by Wren, who's a very promising player. McGuinness, the acting captain, sweeps it to Rowe. Devonport goes with him. Rowe takes no play on. Then handballs badly to Filkey. Jarman tries to get there. Rowe almost to throw that one. Here's McGuinness. Sidesteps once, then short, chips it. But the Crows have lost the advantage there. And the handball by Taylor. And St Kilda get away with it.
And McGuinness already showing his class, Gerard.
Yes, I can't believe he hasn't got a tag on him. Danny Craven appears to be running with him, but he's trying to be attacking as well. And we already see that McGuinness has had a number of possessions.
Well, the Crows have had plenty of the ball, but St Kilda looked far more assured. Is the ball at half-back. That could be a free kick. And it will go to Filkey in the back. As you could see, Grant Filkey had a stint at Collingwood towards centre wing. Now Klug, very mobile for such a big man. Now he brings it to the pocket. Here's a chance for the Crows, but it's thumped away by Frawley. Frawley goes in after it again. He's a desperate player, Denny Frawley. Terrific play. Devonport hasn't got it. Was it a free kick? I think it is. We'll come back to Devonport at half-back.
Well, he was pretty lucky to get that free kick because he did make a fairly ordinary fumble under the supreme pressure after Frawley handballed it to him.
St Kilda players everywhere here. Harvey kicked the first goal of the game to Lowe. Not quite. That was Allen. Off the ground by Tasker. And just beating Burke out. So it's the Saints 13 to Adelaide 0. Nathan Burke, who's had another good season. Just 21 years of age, and he's played 92 games. Jarman tried to snare it, couldn't. Micken. And it'll be the umpires. Brian Sheehan to ball it up. We've already mentioned a tremendous crowd here. Almost capacity. Would be 44,000 on a cool but almost perfect night for football. McGuinness still in play. Now Bickley runs it out.
It's cleverly done by McGuinness then. A backhanded flick, and he's looking dangerous. But Newport paying very, very close attention to Andrew Jarman. I'm just watching him at the throw-in here. He's wearing him like a glove. Now it's tapped the ground. Here's a chance for the Crows. Kick forward by Brown to half forward. The mark has been taken by Klug. Now is that 50? The crowd thinks so. They're all standing up and roaring, but there wasn't much in that. Klug to the pocket. Jamison. Oh, that was beautiful play by David Grant. He really chipped in well then, and here's a good overhead mark. Newport in front.
Great courage, Newport.
Up the ground. Tregenza was caught high. Now, will they pay the advantage? No, it'll have to come back.
Well, that was great courage by Newport. He knew he was being given a hospital pass, but he had the guts and determination just to back and take it.
Tregenza to the pocket. It's thumped the ground. Tapped towards the line. As players raise. Here's Jamison from the boundary line. Oh, a wobbly one in towards goal, but there's no one there for the Crows. Taken by Harding. And he likes playing that role in defence. The chip pass was an ordinary one, but here's Greg, who had that great debut last week. Greg to centre wing. Winmar in front. Hotly pressing him was Bickley. Oh, around the neck, a free kick. And it will go to Winmar on centre wing.
One of the superstars for the Saints. Low the target. Oh, good mark. Lockett in the goal square. Tries to handball quickly. Burke caught. Gets the handball away. Craven with pace. Now pays. Former Eagle who's forced his way into the Crows. Good kick to Micken. He's got away from Vidovic a few times. Klug provides the lead. Doesn't get as far as him. Nice take by Brown. To the pocket. Jamison and Grant. Some class and skill there by Grant.
Too good.
I was talking to Ken Cunningham earlier, one of the Adelaide radio personalities who works with Jamison. He said Jamison's been pretty ill all week and they weren't sure whether he'd play. Here's Taylor with a long one. To centre half forward. Coughlin gives it away to Lee, who pressure kick, a poor effort by Lee really, and he'll get the best result possible for that.
Well, it'll be a great kick in rugby, that one.
Yes, a fantastic leg spinner here. I'm sure a few of the cricketers like to be able to bend it that much, but we see Stewie Lowe already struggling to combat the height of both his man Bartlett and Wren, who's dropping back to covering.
The ball at half forward. Wren at the back. Taps it on. There's a hand pass from Craven out the Winmar. He's brought to ground. Harvey trying to get in a hand pass. Oh, well done, Nathan Burke. Trying to come back to Harvey. Here's McGuinness. He's got it, Tony McGuinness. He's on fire, McGuinness, to the half-back line. Micken fighting for it. Oh, taps it on, but he's lost it. This is Paul Harding going inside with a hand pass. The little rover Craven sets sail for home. The long kick. Maynard back with the flight, and that's a good mark by Rodney Maynard. Immediately plays on to Lee. And Lee will bring it around to the grandstand side. Micken has two to beat, Harding being one of them, and Harding wins out.
And a bit unlucky there, the handball going out.
Yes, I think they're just trying to be a little bit cute at the present time, St Kilda. They should be a little bit more direct. And a couple of their handballs have only put them into trouble.
Wren at the back of Lowe. On the bottom was Greg, and over the top was Jarman.
One thing about Tony Lockett down there, I'll tell you what, he'll have to earn every kick on Maynard. He's a real little goer.
Well, they're playing two back there with Bartlett just in front of him as well. Wren the spare man, as Gerard said already, enabling Bartlett to go back and plug another hole. Good handball by Jarman. McGuinness didn't get it very far. Devonport attacked it strongly. Tregenza with Devonport, and happy to see it again go out. So the Crows still yet to score about halfway through this opening quarter, but the Saints, after a rush, have also been kept down to 2 goals.
Still on that half line, Wren, very impressive player. So is this man, Greg. Has that ball smothered, though, off the ground by Newport to the full forward line. Bartlett races. That's good play by Bartlett. He's got backup support. This is by Tasker. Tasker to the half-forward line. They've been falling down up here against this strong St Kilda defence. There's Kane Taylor sopping it off the ground and over the line in his 50th game. A good, honest player, Kane Taylor.
Yes, well, the Saints have got Tim Peake in line on the bench, and he's a very good tagging player, and I wouldn't be surprised if McGuinness goes on in his merry way picking up possessions if he comes onto that player.
Vidovic and Micken together. Harding's handball, okay to Winmar. Kick under pressure, round the body. Coughlin and Wiedemann. Coughlin goes to ground, no free kick. Jarman, Wiedemann. Good tackle by Coughlin. Newport. The handball to Greg, looks for a free kick, pays with him. Here's Allen, good give to Coughlin, should kick a goal. Runs his full quota, drop punt and puts it through. First goal to Coughlin, third for the Saints. It's a good start. They're 3-1.
Yes, well, I'm very impressed with the young Tim Allen here. We see the lightning hands there from Newport on. Greg taps on, and there's the quick handball that I liked initially. Tim Allen only played a couple of games. He lays it off to Coughlin, who isn't fantastic in front of goals, but on that occasion did the job.
St Kilda doing it very, very well here at Football Park, where Adelaide is so dangerous. Tonight the Saints a terrific start, 3-1 to nothing. Centre bounce. Here's Tregenza. This is where they've been falling down. They've got a chance here, the Crows. Klug. Now he's going to play on the left foot, up to the pocket. Here's a chance. That's a good lead. That's Jamison, this time getting away from Grant, Gerard.
Yes, well, he had plenty of space to lead into, and that's the way the Crows have set their game up. They've got a 2-man forward line, and there's plenty of space up on that half-forward line. I'm sure that that was known to Micken as he turned around and kicked it into the space.
Well, I gave him a rap for his kicking, and he put it out of bounds before. Let's have a look at this one. The drop punt, it's floating back, and that's a goal. So Rodney Jamison kicks his first, a badly needed one for the Crows, but they still trail by 13 points.
Yes, well, that was a far better effort. In fact, it was Klug that kicked the ball out to Jamison, and he's an exceptional player, Klug. He really does read the game well, and Jamison doesn't let him down on that occasion.
19-6, 3-1 to a goal. Vidovic wins a tap. The take by Coughlin was good. To Allen, to Winmar, to Lockett. Unimpeded progress, wasn't it?
Well, you would have had to been Superman to stop this pass. Lockett was on the burst. The kick from Winmar was copybook, put it right on the chest of Tony Lockett. Lace up, the Sherrin, as we can see there on screen, hit him right on the chest. And there was no way any backman would have stopped that ball going through.
He leads well, doesn't he, Lockett, for such a big man?
Well, he gets plenty of practice. This will be his 99th time he's been successful.
From 35, 40 metres out, directly in front. One of the most reliable kicks in the game. Misses. Well, I wonder if they'll cheer that loudly when he kicks his 100th.
Those St Kilda supporters there were almost looked happy about it. I don't know what they're laughing at. There's the ball from Tasker to the half-back line. Oh, nearly a mark to Lowe. Vidovic. Now it's Craven. Lockett again with a chance. Up he goes. Oh, strong mark, Tony Lockett. great mark. And I don't think he'll miss this one because he's only 20 metres out.
It's the second time he's taken a mark against Tasker. Tasker
Yes.
picks him up after he kicks the ball in, and Maynard's down the ground.
Yes, well, Maynard's obviously the better target across half forward to or half back for them to take the kick out. But he's no doubt he's too strong for Tasker, and they may have to rearrange that situation.
You mentioned earlier, Gerard, about the weight difference between Tasker and Lockett. So if they end up one out, Lockett would have to beat him. Tony Lockett for goal number 99. I don't think he'll miss this, but he's got plenty of Adelaide fans willing him to miss it. The big fella comes in from 25 metres, stabs, goal umpire goes across, and it's a goal. So Tony Lockett kicks his second and goal number 99. 4 goals to St Kilda, Adelaide 1 straight goal.
Yes, well, here we see the turnover at half forward for the Saints, and that's what the flaw in that plan, having Maynard up on the half back line, is. If there is a quick turnover, we've got Lockett 1 out against Tasker, who is too small to play on the big fellow 1 out, and they've paid the supreme penalty.
Well, there's a real buzz now of anticipation. Sitting on 99, Lockett. Vidovic clearly to half forward. Bartlett didn't do particularly well there. Gregg, well played by Jarman to smother it. Harvey, Burke, Filkey, high left footer. Jamison, Grant against him. Tregenza, caught. Filkey sits, waits, gets some space, kicks it to full forward. Kluge's target, and he is a good player. There's no question about that. It's like a spider the way he plays, this man. He's got tentacles everywhere.
Yes, well, I was watching Kluge at that on the occasion there when the ball was picked up. He led back towards the goals, very similar to the way Mark McClure played centre half forward.
From 45 metres out, drop punt. It's a good kick. It's a goal. Kluge kicks his first, Adelaide second, and they stay in touch.
Yes, that's something that the Crows have always been able to do. We see on the replay here, not a bad kick from Felke. Pinpointed Kluge, he was on his own. The only time there was space, only place there was space was behind Kluge, and he pointed to kick it over his head. Well delivered, and they get the goal as a result.
Well, a couple of worrying signs for St Kilda. Adelaide are getting plenty of the ball. There was Brown. That was Vidovic towards the half-forward line. Coghlan is loose. Now, where's Lockett? The leader's onto the pocket. There's the big fella. Over the back was Maynard. And the pass was too high. But Maynard, gee, jumped in the air then, Gerard.
Got a fantastic athletic spring, but once again we see one of Coghlan's biggest weaknesses is his kicking, and that should have been a kick right on Lockett's chest.
Well, the ball is in the forward pocket. Micken. It's tapped on to Coghlan again. He goes to ground. Is that a free kick? I think it is. And actually Coghlan got up pretty quickly once he found he had the kick. And well, it's his kick from about 25 minutes. Let's have a look again.
Yes, well, on replay we see here that Jarman may have just taken him a little bit high, but pretty tough decision, I thought, and a little bit similar to the one that was played against Barry Mitchell here not so long ago.
With McDermott, the Mitchell-McDermott one?
That's the one that cost the Crows the game.
Right, now, here's the kick from Coghlan. He's kicked slightly to the right. I think he might have missed this. He has. So, the Adelaide people very happy. It's a young girl. Look at delight on the face. 4-3 to 2 straight kicks, and there's the loose man out there, Bartlett, and he marks it half-back. Was that 50? No.
One of 4 Crow players coming in tonight. Hocking and Brown and Patterson, the other ones. Patterson starting on the interchange. A dangerous pass to Lee. Coghlan did a good job. Here's Allen. Gets his handball away. Bartlett. McGuinness. Pretty clever in the end. Jarman. Again clever to Brown. Maynard. Should use Wiedemann. Will it sit? Some space. No space at all. And they did very poorly there in the end. Devonport. Lee. The Crows again try to set something up. A free kick, is it down the ground or coming back? No, it's going to be down the ground. And it'll go to Tasker, who's a thumping kick, by the way. And he gets McIntyre on a lead. Jamieson in the box seat. Stood his ground, play on. McIntyre's handball, here's Klug. Goes to ground. Handball only as far as Frawley, who kicks it back to the space, and Micken lumbers after it, takes a chance, and does very well.
This is Tregenza. Oh, good skill by Tregenza to half forward, and up go the safe hands of David Grant. Now, Grant's looking for someone out wide. He's found someone too, Craig Devonport. He's got a running player in Harding and another one in Greg. Greg can go wide. Oh, good play by Harding to come right down to centre wing. Harding the chip pass to half forward, and it comes off. The mark has been taken by Harvey. Now, will he look for Lockett? Lockett's back in the square. He's one out. The leader's on out. He comes. He's underneath it. Over the back. Is that a force to the line? And Jarman puts it through for a behind to the Saints. St Kilda look the more accomplished side at the moment, but Adelaide hanging in there. 4-4 to 2 goals.
8 shots to 2. Here's Tasker. Short kick to Lee.
He's a good player, Bruce. Scott Lee.
Had a very good season. Being one of the real regulars. Straight down the centre. Rowe the target. Didn't get that far. Morris took a very good mark. Newport provides a lead. Now Low. High drop punt. Lee and Rice. No mark paid. Micken, good job. McGuinness on the up. Filkey back turns, then goes back to McGuinness. McGuinness a long kick to centre wing. Rowe, oh, good mark by Taylor. And the handball okay, and Greg's away.
Yeah, it was a great mark by Kane Taylor to the half forward line. It's up the ground. Here's McGuinness again. He's had a great quarter. Tony McGuinness to centre wing. And he's found Rowe. Stephen Rowe, a shocking kick, but it might be lucky because Klug. Oh, look at that long hand pass to it, but it's gone straight to Grant. David Grant, clever chip pass around the boundary line, and waiting underneath it is Kane Taylor. Often gets tagging roles, Taylor. Played on Peter Dacos a couple of times. Low. Oh, the big hands go up. Strong mark. And is that 50? It is not. Low. Lockett has got a couple of men to beat here, and chipping in front of him. Oh, the mark has dropped. Free kick to Micken in the back. And Lockett was covered from all angles then, Gerard.
Yes, it was good defence by the Crows. We saw there previously that Lowe has been a little bit smothered by the dual defence. The way to get around it is to be on the move continually, as we saw him then, and he ended up with a mark.
Micken wide, Klug. Morris within there, having a good duel, though. Klug's had an excellent quarter. Centre wing, he kicks to centre half forward. Jamieson with a fly, Vidovic in the front. Paid the mark. Correct decision. Burke, Newport, Taylor. Here's Lowe getting rid of Bartlett and giving away a free kick.
There's a little bit of frustration there, I think, on behalf of Stewie Lowe, Bruce.
But high drop punt, Jamieson and Grant. We've already talked about their duel and what might happen tonight. Newport caught. Free kick against the Crows. So Newport from the centre square.
Yes, the Crows need Jarman's drive. That was Filkey chipping in. Ooh. Taken away by Bartlett. Hand pass wide as the kick by Bickley as the siren sounds to end a very entertaining first quarter. Tony Lockett on 99 goals. St Kilda 4-4-28 lead the Adelaide Crows 2 straight goals.
And they trail by 16 points. Tony Lockett sitting on 99 goals for the season. It's 28-12. Micken, Vidovic beats him. Jarman, who had a very quiet first term. Coughlin originally over the top of the footy. And it'll be a ball up.
Yes, well, they started Wiedemann as the loose man on the half-back line on that occasion, and Wren was down in his normal position.
Vidovic again winning the taps. Taken by Greg. The handball good to Craven, who can attack to Lockett. Great mark, big fellow.
Top pass too, wasn't it, by little Danny Craven?
And he's sitting on 100. 99 for Tony.
Yes, well, on the replay here, we see Danny Craven make Tony Lockett stretch the big hamstrings, and he has to go to ground. But if it's down there, there's no way known that Maynard's going to get anywhere near that one.
And I think the crowd have been warned not to run on the ground too, Bruce, by the announcer, or they'll be prosecuted.
Well, the police everywhere as Lockett goes for 100. He kicked 100 in 1987. Drop punt, familiar sight, kicks it superbly. Straight through the middle. And the big fella, the plugger, makes it 100 goals in 1991. And they do stand and cheer him as a man and a woman, as they should. In 14 matches, Gerard Healy, it's an extraordinary performance.
Yeah, so when you consider only 14 weeks ago, Bruce, he was 25 to 1 to win the goal kicking, and now we see him topping 100 goals. It's a fantastic performance, and really he is one of the great all-time full forwards.
Well, let another great full forward describe that one. Peter McKenna's a great kick too, wasn't it?
Well, that is just a sensational effort in 14 games, Tony Lockett, and I salute him, and he is one of the great players in the game. I haven't seen a better full forward than Lockett, and I can honestly say that. And he is exciting. Here they go again. That was low, getting it to Greg. McGuinness has had a good game. McGuinness to the half-back line. But up go the big hands of Stewie Lowe. He's at half-court. He's going for the short pass. Frawley, what's he doing up there? Danny Frawley, almost on half-forward flank. Brings it in to the pocket. Allen, oh, what a sensational mark by the youngster, Tim Allen.
Yeah, so we look on the replay here, and this one may challenge Allison's for mark of the year. He's a rangy type. He's only played about 4 games, this young player. Well, he looks a real chance.
He's going short to Lockett. Oh, that's bad defensive play by the Crows, but good play by Allen, because he took the screamer and he was so quick with the thinking. He gave that short chip across, and Lockett going for goal number 101. Big fella's already kicked 3. He's a hard man to stop. Look at the bill. 1-on-1, he'd be a very hard man to move. And here he is, the St Kilda champ. For goal number 4, he stabs at that one. It drifts, and he has missed to the right. A little bit of breeze there. Jamison missed one in the first quarter and put it out of bounds on the full from there.
Yes, and we can see the little bits of paper that have cut up fluttering across the ground, coming to the near side of screen.
Well, good mark by Greg. So Allen and Greg in the space of a minute have taken 2 super marks. 2 of the new men for St Kilda. Centres it. Low. Couldn't hold it. Jarman, as we mentioned, has been quiet. The handball was slow and put Lee under tremendous pressure. Newport, here's Allen, but it'll beat him out. Just go back to that Allen mark, Gerard, a moment ago. The thing that was impressive was that he didn't need a big run. He actually took off vertically, didn't he?
Fantastic spring. But I like the boy because I think at Waverley, he's a rangy, but he's got great mobility, and he's also got a good football brain.
Lowe versus Micken, Craven. Tregenza to Micken. It's been a real workhorse for the Crows this season. Klug should have given a free kick away. He does to Devonport. Just put his hand in the middle of the back. And Devonport from centre wing. So it's 5-5 to 2 goals. It's a critical point in the match. Rice the target. Filkey, Lee, high one, but St Kilda players everywhere. And really, the Adelaide Crows didn't do particularly well to put the pressure on. Devonport takes the handball, then swings it wide. Will he get it as far as Allen? Allen gets rid of his opponent. Micken's there. He's caught. Allen and also Tasker. And Burt going to ground. Now Bartlett runs out of room in the end. And Burt able to smother it. And it'll be a throw in at half forward. St Kilda attacking with a good lead here at 35 to 12.
And the ball on their half forward line. Low versus Micken. Well done by Micken to tap it down the ground. Was Bickley going in after. Here's Frank Coughlin playing well. The short one was meant for Lockett. He's a poor kick at times. It allows Maynard to come away and give it to Tasker. The Crows are off and running. The long kick right down to half forward. This is where They've battled, they've overrun the ball again. It was Morris going to ground. Chance here for McIntyre. The chip in towards half forward. But it's taken away by Vidovic to the half and centre wing area. This is Grantley Filkey. Filkey looking for someone to give it to. No one was leading. Now they are. Klug doing well. Good mark. He wants to handball. John Klug, a highly skilled player. To full forward. They need a couple of quick goals. Vidovic couldn't take it. Harding was there. It's kicked to Winmar. Winmar can't mark. Here's the rugged Wiedemann. He did it well. Wayne Wiedemann. To 50 metres. Kicks long. And offline and one behind. But they need goals.
Yes, well, Wiedemann starting as a loose man across half-back, and then he's going on to the dangerous Dean Gregg, who we saw in his debut last week have 39 possessions, which is almost of Greg Williams' proportions.
Taylor getting it from Morris, playing on. Goes to centre wing. Grant on his own, no pressure. Jamison laid on him. It's a joy to watch this fellow. Low the target. Oh, good hands, hasn't he? Against Bartlett. Allen provides a lead. Shows some faith in the youngster to kick it towards him, and he did well in the contest. Here's Pays. Not a particularly good kick. Frawley and Klug. Klug gives it away to Craven. They'll rebound here. Craven loves to run. Chips it in the Lockett direction. Maynard and Lockett having a wrestling match. Lee there. Under pressure, Bickley. Still a loose footy. Hard ball to be won. Winmar, has he got the vision? Kicks it back to the front of the goal square. And a safe mark to Maynard. Yes, we thought Winmar could have used the loose man there. And the Crows should get out of it, and they will. It's a free kick.
It was dangerous, wasn't it?
Yeah, the handball was definitely on from Winmar to Dean Rice, and Rice was remonstrating with Nicky Winmar directly after it.
And there's Micken to Bickley. To the half-forward line, Vidovic. Good mark. It's almost on centre wing. There's loose men everywhere for St Kilda. Oh, Newport's dropped the sitter. That allows Jarman in. On to McGuinness. McGuinness from 40 metres, a shocker. That is a terrible kick, and lucky to sneak through for a behind.
Yes, it was a terrible fumble by Newport. Allowed the man he's tagging to pick up the ball, which I'm sure he won't be too impressed with. Jarman whipped it onto McGuinness and should have kicked a goal.
5-5 to 2-2, Jerry, but I just get the feeling that Adelaide, they're still not out of it, are they? They're not playing all that well, though.
Probably need something special to happen to ignite them. Grant round the body cleverly to Harvey. They've missed 2 open shots for goal. Wiedemann not so easy, but McGuinness, you'd back him 8 out of 10 on those. And you've got to convert them to win. Harvey's kick. That was Winmar. Wiedemann. Well, through the legs there by the Saints. Here's Gregg. Oh, good gift to Winmar, who can go here. A second bounce. Can kick a goal. Drop punt. Look at this one. How about that? Oh, don't you just love that? 6-5 to 2-2. 41 to 14.
Yes, and I guess you have to say that I wonder if Tony McGuinness was watching that, because he certainly was shown how to kick the ball on the run by Nicky Winmar. That was a great give by Gregg, though, to lay that ball off to Tony Winmar, and good calling by Craven to tell Winmar to continue on to goal.
6-5 to 2-2. Nicky Winmar 10 possessions, 8 and 2, 8 kicks, 2 handballs. Tony McGuinness has had 13 possessions, so right in the game, those two. There's Wiedemann. He's a tough, rugged character. Reminds me very much of a player that played at Hawthorn many years ago, Gene Chiron. He had the same look about him, rugged and tough. Centre of the ground. Harding doing well, Vidovic, and Harding dropping around about half back. There's Harvey. Danger here for the Crows. Taken away by a little Hocking. Under Filkey. Smothered though. Good play. Well, that was Vidovic. Was that a throw? It was. And the Adelaide crowd applauding the umpire. There he is again, Tony McGuinness. really was a vital miss before. Long kick, 60-metre one to the half-forward line. It's punched away Grant first after. Good play, David Grant, and he'll clear the ball to centre wing. Winmar has 2 to beat. He can't hold the mark, and then he was grabbed. So it'll be a free kick to Nicky Winmar.
From centre wing. Centres it. Vidovic's target. Craven snared it pretty well. Then taken by Lowe. Won't get as far as Lockett. Coughlin and Hayes. And there's McGuinness with another little kick. So he's had 15 possessions now. Lee. Bartlett, who really should put it down Brown's throat, and he does. Natural left footer. Jarman and Newport. Oh, pretty good mark, not paid to Jarman. I thought he had enough of it. Newport to Devonport. Gregg. Big and strong and very promising. To Craven. Good kick by Craven. Excellent kick low. Lockett on the lead. Maynard and Lockett. Oh. Good contest, wasn't it? Wiedemann to Lee. They should rebound strongly here, the Crows. Lee's kick to Klug. He's still getting touches. Swings it wide to Filkey. Loose man set up. Should go over the top to Brown. He does now. Jamison provides a lead. He kicks it towards him and he takes a super mark.
That was a great mark.
Great use of the body, Peter.
It's a good contest, Grant and Jamison, isn't it?
They're top contest. 2 great players. Terrific players, aren't they, Jared?
Yes, well, on the replay there, we see a fair hip and shoulder bump on Grant, puts him out of position. And I thought the mark was terrific also. It wasn't an easy one. He had to still trap it in the hands. And with the wet ball at night, a little bit greasy tonight, an exceptional performance.
Pekin getting ready to come on. Hockings come on for Adelaide about 5 minutes ago. Jamison, good kick, super kick, wonderful goal. Well, he's kicked 2, he's kicked 38 for the season, and he does the unexpected. Adelaide at 3-2 to 6-5, hanging in just.
Yes, we did say they may need something exciting to spark them. Well, this may well be the deed. A terrific use of the bodies, we've already said, but nothing like a true goal from the boundary line to lift the side. And we see Pekin now coming onto the half-back flank.
Yes, Tim Pekin onto Jarman, and going off the ground, Stephen Newport. Centre bounce vitally important here. It's kicked quickly to the half-forward line. Here's Devonport. Hand pass over the top to Nathan Burke. To the half-forward line, Lowe getting a long way away from Bartlett. Gregg, very impressive free kick to Gregg. He didn't have the ball.
Intelligent play by Gregg, though. He could have trapped the ball, and I'm sure
right.
he knew that he was about to be tackled, so he just paddled it in front of him, thereby not being in possession and gained the free kick when he was tackled.
He's got a good football brain, being Gregg. It's a high kick to the half-forward line. Oh, terrific mark. What a great mark by the big fella, Tony Lockett. 2 players to beat, Jared, and he outclassed them. Look at this.
Well, how that man gets that body off the ground is beyond me, because there's a lot of poundage there to lift. But he is a fantastic player. He's gifted in every department of the game.
And full credit to him. As we said, 100 goals, 14 games, and has been playing with a groin injury, which is no mean feat, from 40 metres. Tony Lockett kicks slightly to the left, and it is 1 behind only, and he's not happy.
Well, you've kicked 100 goals before, Peter, a couple of times. You're a bit of a letdown after you get the 100th.
I think that is a natural thing, but of course the importance to St Kilda is to win this game. They really they want to cement their place in the 6, but he'll be still trying his heart out. That's Maynard, his opponent, actually getting it towards Bickley.
His handball to Wiedemann. Good kick by Wiedemann. McIntyre. Just get a feeling here, suddenly, if Adelaide take advantage of the Lockett miss and kick a long goal themselves, they could be back in business.
And remember their second half against Essendon here, when Essendon were well in front at half-time, Bruce.
Well, this man is a long kick, McIntyre. He'll need to be here. He'll kick from over 50 metres out. Drop punt. Not his absolute best, but right there, surely a free kick against Mick and Vidovic. It is. Both Harding and Vidovic getting back. So the Saints have got some firepower at both ends of the ground here with Lowe and Lockett and the other two big men. Tregenza in the front spot, no free kick. Brown throws it away in the end. Wiedemann, they're conceding ground, the Crows, under pressure. McGuinness, Wren, and they give it up very poorly. Burke, Winmar, well played, and Tripp.
Professional kick
by Bickley. Now Harvey with real pace. Pekin has come onto the ground. Couple of mistakes made. Winmar, Rice has been quiet. Kicks back to the space, but the Crows should take it. They don't. No free kick. Play on. Now Pays. Lee ran for him. Uses Pays quite cleverly. Should kick it to McGuinness, and does at half back.
There's McGuinness having an outstanding game. He did it well then to get out of trouble. Now he's going short. He's found Wiedemann. Wayne Wiedemann to the half-forward line. Has charge in after. Oh, here's Jamison. He's loose. He's a long kick. 45 metres, an open goal coming up. Goal to Jamison. Great play. 3 goals to Rodney Jamison. And Adelaide fight back. 4-2 to 6-6.
Yes, well, we see on replay a long kick from Wiedemann. He is an exceptional kick with that left foot. And a good pick up here by Rodney Jamison. He goes on and kicks a lovely goal for his third. And you're right, I think, Peter, there is just a little bit of a feeling around here that the Crows are in with a bit of a chance.
42-26. And the other feeling is that if the crowd gets involved in the game here, they can make 3 or 4 goals difference. So if the Crows can get another one, it's going to be interesting. Low, good mark. Handball quickly to Craven. Still Craven. Left foot. Probably didn't play the best option there. Here's Wiedemann, who's getting a few kicks. That one not particularly good. Vidovic takes it comfortably. Long handball to Harvey. Now the Saints can build something. To Craven, who takes on Lee and does it well. Lockett calls for it long. He won't get it that far. Wren should take it, and he does. Handball to Hocking. Hocking with a bit of time and space. Drop punt. Klug outnumbered. Frawley with him. Good contest. Klug actually did very well to trap it initially and then ran out of support. Frawley to Harvey. Quick kick. Wren should take the mark. Doesn't quite get to him.
Here's a chance for Lowe over the back. Now young Allen. Lockett's one out. Out he comes, the big fella against Mader. Look at the strength of Lockett. That allows his teammate Kane Taylor to come in and kick a goal. Good play, Lockett. So Kane Taylor kicks his first. Quick to get back to Lockett to congratulate him, and that's a steadier. 7-6 St Kilda, Adelaide 4-2.
Yes, well, they certainly needed that one. And I've been a little bit critical on St Kilda handballing. They continually put themselves under pressure, but that time we see the quick kick from Tim Allen. Catches Maynard one out with Lockett. He gets pushed out and allows an easy goal to be kicked by Kane Taylor, who picks up the crumb.
Sean Wren, Lazar Vidovic. The Saints have the answers at the moment. 7-6 to 4-2. Wren's long one. Pekin well played. Frawley, the captain, to Vidovic, who's very promising. Pekin through the centre to Harvey. To Lowe. Oh, good mark. I'm not sure if it was meant for him, actually.
Oh, he's murdering Mark. They've got to do something there, surely.
Certainly wasn't meant for him, that kick, but don't they look a hell of a lot better when St Kilda get the ball and they go straight down the centre, therefore not putting themselves under pressure and kicking it straight back to the double team player of the Crows.
Low from 45 metres. Drop punt. Good kick. Lockett at the back. Taylor. Free kick to the Crows, not paid. Yes, it is. It'll come back.
Lockett nearly took that mark, didn't he, on the line?
Yes, he would have backed him from up here. Saw him coming with that big run.
Timed it beautifully, didn't it? Because Lowe's kick in the first place looked some chance of making it. Now this will be Tasker. So the Saints doing it pretty well. Adelaide have had a couple of sniffs at them, but they've bounced back.
Well, Sean Tasker has gone wide to Maynard. He's created the loose man. Wiedemann's had a good quarter. Wiedemann to half forward. Here's that great contest. Jamison, terrific play to get in front and tap it on to Klug. Now the tackle, and too high, the umpire said. Klug, listen, great battles going on. Klug to the pocket. No mark, it hits the deck. Here's McGuinness on the right foot, up in front of goal. It'll be a mark. Goal. Kicked by Bickley. So the Crows fight back. Good play, Tony McGuinness. Adelaide 5-2 hanging in there. St Kilda 7-6.
Yes, it certainly was good play by Tony McGuinness, doing a lot of hard running, a lot of unselfish running. Once again, we see the very intelligent Klug getting the ball long. A quick kick on the right foot for McGuinness and sets Bickley up for a simple goal on the forward line. But was a very good mark on the line.
48-32, we're having one of those intriguing situations where it's goal for goal, even though the scores are 3 goals against. And you get the feeling if one team or the other can get 3 in a row, it'll make a huge difference. Wren's kick, thumped away, here's Hocking. With pace but run down. McGuinness in a perfect position for him. He's kicked to the goal square, over the top. Grant gets back, usually cool and reliable and skillful, and he's all those things at that time. Missed by Burt. Klug shrugs a tackle, little left footer, very, very good to McIntyre. He's a touch of class, Klug.
Is he ever?
Well, Adelaide, Gerard, hasn't been able to produce a couple of goals in a row. It's what they've wanted. They've got the chance here.
Yeah, so the pressure's right on McIntyre, who has been a little bit disappointing the last couple of weeks. A fairly ordinary game against Footscray last week. But he has started to lead a little bit in this quarter, and that's the way he'll get himself into the game. Kick
from 40 metres. Drop punt. Kicks it all right. Kicks it beautifully in the end for goal. His first. And Adelaide get 2 in a row and get within 10 points. We've got a real game now, 6-2, 7-6.
Yes, well, here we see Klug. He's an unlikely champion, this fellow, but he is one of the most important players to this side because he just creates so many opportunities on that half-forward line. He virtually put that on McIntyre's chest, and we see the resultant goal.
The crowd getting involved because the margin now only 10 points. Klug again. He is doing very, very well. He gets it to Grant Filkey. Filkey to the half-forward line. St Kilda players race at it. That was Greg. McGuinness is there also. Newport's back on the ground and he receives a free kick. The crowd don't like it. And, well, this is a good game now. They've got a taste of it, Adelaide. They're dangerous here at Football Park. No doubt about that. The ball thumped the ground. Robert Harvey tries to break the tackle. Hayes gets in a hand pass. Scott Lee. Bartlett has had his colours lowered to low. Devonport, no mark. Back up support from Kane Taylor, but pressured by the Crows. And listen to that crowd. I reckon it's worth 5 goals to the Adelaide Crows playing here, Gerard.
The old sack factor.
The what factor?
South Australian crowd factor, Peter.
Well, the ball at half forward. For the Crows. There's Klug again. Wiedemann, can he kick a goal? No, he handballs over the top. Tony McGuinness. The short pass is on the chip pass. That's good play, and McIntyre again. So, well, if he kicks this goal, they will be within 4 points. Gee, McGuinness, they've got to do something about McGuinness, Gerard.
Yes, I think we mentioned that earlier, and they have tried a couple of players. I think Tim Pekin is probably the man for him as we see Hocking coming off.
Peter McIntyre from 30 metres, a chance to get within 4 points of St Kilda after St Kilda have dominated this game early. McIntyre kicks, it's close. It is a point. And he looked a little bit disappointed as he kicked it.
Yes, and Tim Pekin's just been benched. Gilbert McAdam comes on for his first run for the night.
One of the Magarey medalists out there tonight, but not playing for the Crows. He's a popular figure here, but maybe not quite so much tonight. Newport's mark was good from Morris. 39-48. Really good contest. Here's McAdam. Oh, this fellow, Klug. Drop punt. McIntyre the target. McGuinness, who's had an inspired first half. Morris. Under pressure, Grant. And when you consider that the Saints kicked 3 goals won before Adelaide got going tonight, you can see that this game has really evened up.
Well, I think one of the big lifters for the Crows has been Wiedemann, who's been moved on to Greg in the centre and has got on top of him in the last couple of minutes.
McGuinness tries one off the ground and they go to the boundary, and again it'll be a throw-in, but Adelaide a bit closer again.
Well, Tony McGuinness, look at that. 16 kicks and 4 handballs, and we have 3.5 minutes to go till half-time. And he's dominated the game. Now, here's Paul Hardy. Sweeping hand pass. Oh, McAdam, yes, he gets away. He goes back with a hand pass to Harding. The loose man has been created. Here's Stephen Newport to the half-forward line. The Crows set themselves. Good mark to Bickley. Did he play on? Touch and go, that one. Bickley, he's got a loose man out wide. This is Rowe, Stephen Rowe. He's looking for the chip pass. He's found him. This is Bartlett coming down the ground. Good play. The pace of Tregenza from 55 metres. Up in front of goal. Vidovic and Micken. Over the back of the pack is Russell Morris. He'll take it to the line. No, he keeps it in, and he might have been dangerous, that. They get away with it. There's Devonport. No, it wasn't. It was Taylor. Here's a chance for McIntyre again, hooking it up in front of goal. One-on-one contest. Oh, Mark Jamieson. Great Mark Jamieson. He will kick for goal number 4. What a contest. He's getting on top of Grant.
Yes, this was a great one-out grab here. Will surely be in the contest for mark of the day. Kept Grant out magnificently and pulled it in with one hand. But it all resulted by that St Kilda player not taking the ball over the boundary line to the safety zone.
Yes,
wanted to play it on, get a possession.
Well, he's experienced player, Russell Morris, too. 3 points the margin. So Rodney Jamieson has kicked 4. Look at that scoreline now, 7-6 to 7-3.
Yes, we've got a game on our hands now, Peter. This is a real ding-dong battle. There we see the keeping it in there by Morris. Tapped it along, and then they're outnumbered here. Great work by Klug with the hands. Centering kick. And one out. Well, that was one of the great marks of the year.
Well, I mentioned earlier, Jerry, that if one team could break that deadlock of a goal apiece, and Adelaide's done it with 3 consecutive goals, and they're within 3 points. McAdam on the ground for St Kilda, the Magarey medalist in 1989 for Central Districts. A couple of his ex-teammates would be here.
Well, you could sense it happening, couldn't you? You could just have that feeling they were getting back into it. They had plenty of the ball, Bruce.
Yes, and Lockett missed a goal that normally he'd kick. Just those little things happening, and suddenly we're back to square one. I think Wren's given them a lift too against Vidovic. He's won a couple of these hit-outs. Vidovic was beating Micken easily. Let's see how they go here. Fair contest. Vidovic wins it. Rowe, well played Vidovic to put his body there. Long handball. An important couple of minutes. McAdam with pace. Pays, caught, not paid. Then Rowe. Left foot round the body. Chance for the Saints though. They've got some space here. Taylor thumps it down to half forward. A good bounce for Lowe. High one. Lockett. Swamped in the end.
Oh.
Still there, Lockett with some strength. Harvey smothered really by Jarman, but inadvertently and over the line for a ball in. So in the last minute and a half, Scott Lee looks on, and will the Crows hang on and keep the Saints to within a goal?
Well, a goal here would be very, very handy to St Kilda. It's tapped to the ground. Here's Greg trying to crash his way through. Dean Rice kicks it up in front of goal. Kicked away by Pays to the wide open spaces. The race is on. St Kilda lead in the race. This is Nathan Burke. Oh, he's caught by Jamieson. That was great play, Jamieson. He's got 3 to beat. Still going, Jamieson. Terrific play. And in goes Tregenza as well. How will the umpire see that? He's going to bounce to the annoyance of the Adelaide crowd. But what great play, Jamieson.
Yes, he battled on manfully there. Outnumbered by a couple to 1. We see Grant trying to flick the ball out, but St Kilda once again mucking around with that 1 and 2 little handballs instead of getting the ball down quickly.
Devonport to centre half forward. Lowe's strength is tremendous. He's just too big, too strong and too good for Bartlett. Lockett gave him the lead. Go back and have a shot, Stewie. You can kick this. You're only 40 metres out. And I think he will. In the last 20 seconds of the first half, this would be a handy one. Drop punt. Kicks it very well and long and misses. Well, the Saint fans have seen a couple of points that they thought might go through tonight. So Lowe's first score, and that should be it at half-time. Siren about to go. Wiedemann's kick, and it goes now, but what a terrific first half. We should congratulate Tony Lockett. That mighty full forward who's made it 100 goals for the season. A wonderful effort in 14 matches, well 13 and a half to be exact. But there's another man down the other end that just had a bit of joy tonight in Jamison, who's kicked 4 goals. And at half-time, the Saints have got a real struggle here. They must win to maintain their place in the 6 tonight.
Lined up by Stephen Newport, and I think he's done quite a good job on him through the day.
Start of the second half, 45 to 49. Vidovic and Wren. Wiedemann. Jarman tried it off the ground, couldn't manage it. Oh, his handball was clever to Brown. Half forward, missed by the Saints. Rowe, who should kick a goal, drop punt, and does. Crows in front. Well, you wouldn't believe it, would you? Halfway through the second quarter, suddenly just the start they wanted.
Yes, it was a fantastic goal from Rowe. You see overrun there. Rowe picking it up on quite an easy bounce. Put his head down over the ball, kicked truly. And there is no question that this crowd here is worth 4 or 5 goals in Adelaide.
No doubt about that. It's a little bit of bad luck to Kane Taylor. He ran past that ball. That was just an unfortunate bounce. But it will lift the Crows. There's Klug going to the half-forward line. St Kilda really needs someone to really lift them now. There's Jarman. He hasn't had a great night, so if he starts firing, the Saints might really be in trouble. And I think as years go by, Bruce, I think that Adelaide are going to have an enormous home ground advantage here with these 40,000 people.
They kicked 8 goals to 2 against the Bombers in a similar match here a few weeks ago in the third quarter.
Well, there's Gregg to the half-forward line. Coughlin trying to get in a hand pass. Gone straight to Bickley and Jarman. Further hand pass. This is Wren, a very promising young player, Wren. Wren to the half-forward line. Up. Big fly is by Grant. He's had a terrific battle with Jamison, but Jamison has kicked 4 goals, so you'd have to say he's won the duel so far.
To centre half forward, Lowe, Wren at the back, Patterson at the front. Here's Gregg with some strength. The handball was off balance. Coughlin runs around in a wide arc and then bangs it back towards Lockett. Maynard off. Great mark again by Lockett.
Oh, what a mark.
Yes, fantastic mark, but we were talking about someone lifting the Saints. They're playing negative players on McGuinness. Craven has gone back picking him up, and of course Newport's tagging Jarman. So unbelievably it's left to Dean Gregg in only his second game to be the person that is going to lift them.
Lockett to kick his 4th. He's got his 100th goal in the second term tonight, and he really shouldn't miss this, and he puts it through to put the Saints back in front. 4 goals, 3 to Tony. And it's 8-3 to 7-7 as McAdam has come back on for St Kilda.
Yes, Tim Allen off the ground very early in the piece in the second quarter. Frankie Coughlin there we see swinging round after receiving the ball from Gregg. And just too big and too strong is Tony Lockett. And went on to kick a vital goal for St Kilda.
Frankie Coughlin's been a good player. Tony Lockett, he's trying to stir the St Kilda players into a bit of action. 8-7 to 8-3. It's a great game of football we're seeing now. Oh, look at the desperation of the players. There's Jamison getting it to Brown to the half-forward line. Nathan Burke kicks it to the boundary line, and good defensive play to put it over.
Yes, well, Burke's done a terrific job on Tregenza, and I believe he's one of the best checking players in the AFL, and that's the reason I'm surprised he hasn't been lined up on McGuinness.
Vidovic versus Micken. Vidovic's been pretty impressive. Over the back is Jamison and his opponent Grant. Oh, smothered that hand pass. Good play by the Crows. 3 players came in then. St Kilda tried desperately to get it away. That was Harding. Now it's Harvey. Backup support from Kane Taylor. He kicks it wide. Russell Morris races after the ball now. Will it sit for him? This time he doesn't try and keep it in play like he did in the second quarter, and he lets it roll over the line.
He's got the job on McIntyre. Micken and Vidovic. Here's Wiedemann. Little left footer. Taylor in the front spot. Should get a free kick. Not paid. Rowe was hanging on to him. Micken's gig was missed by Brown. The quick kick by Taylor to the space. Gregg and Wren. Good contest. Wiedemann got a high one. Good take by Bickley. Filkey run down in the end, bit slow. Jamison and Grant had a superb duel. Jamison takes them on. Well, he'll get away with it. Tregenza, Tasker, normally a long kick. Back to Jamison. Left foot. Great looking kick. Play on. Still in play. Harding now out. And a ball in. So he's kicked 4, Jamison. He kicked 1 out of bounds on the full, his first shot.
And he's gasping for breath. I think he's one of the guys who was doubtful, and well, he's showing it, but his competitive spirit is really showing out as well. There's Craven, who's obviously got the job to play very close to McGuinness. He gets in a hand pass. Newport breaks the tackle, but the pressure put on by the Crows. This is Wren. Well played by the big fella. Quick kick. How will the umpire see that? He's called play on. It's thumped wide. Kane Taylor. He can chip pass it, or an ordinary one. He's racing after McIntyre. He's lost it to Harvey. Harvey gets the kick. Out the centre wing. The race is on. Who'll get there first? And it's still in play, I think. So, no, it's not. It's over the line now. That was Grant Filkey at the base of that pack.
So Danny Frawley's been moved out onto Klug. Not his normal position at centre half back, but obviously something had to be done because Klug was dominating that line.
McGuinness. High one. Grant and Jamison. Jamison. Rowe didn't take it cleanly. Klug does. Works his way to Brown. He's on his left side, which is his good one. Left foot for goal. Misses poorly. A behind. Should have done better. Rowe's miss was vital though. Jared, I reckon Frawley was there in the second quarter for a little while. He went there about halfway through the second term for Klug. So it's 8-4 to 8-7.
I really believe, don't you, Gerard, that I think St Kilda would want to have a 3-goal break at three-quarter time with this crowd here.
No question about that, Peter. They're worth a couple of goals, and when they start roaring, the South Australian League start running.
Grant to centre wing. Good play by Wren. What a terrific mark. He has lifted this side. What a player for the future, Wren. For the half-forward line, it's thumped the ground. Danger here because Jamison's got it. He read the pack well. Kicks it up in front. Here's a chance for a hand pass by McIntyre. Comes back to Tregenza. He's got it. 50 metres from goal. The short one is on. It'll be a mark. It's Rowe. Stephen Rowe has marked about 25 metres from goal. 45-degree angle.
A good vision by Tregenza there. He saw Rowe on his own. Here we see the end of the kick. Rowe took a courageous mark under pressure from Kane Taylor there. Kept his eyes on the ball. And if he kicks this goal, could start opening up a bit of a favourable gap to the Crows.
Well, they trail by 3 points, the Adelaide Crows. Let's see what Stephen Rowe can do. He races in and misses to the right.
Didn't look like kicking that one, did he?
No. He ran very close to the man on the mark, in fact, Gerard.
And waved the ball outside the line of flight of the boot. Would have been basically a fluke if that one had gone through the goals.
You can really feel and hear the buzz around the ground, can't you, Bruce?
Well, it's an enormous atmosphere. There's no question about that. Morris. Wren, almost. Burke over the top. Good contest. Ball up. Well, Sean Wren, 19 years of age, has a magnificent future. There he is. And the crowd are cheering him.
198 centimetres tall. There aren't going to be too many players that he looks up to.
Going to be a top player, isn't he?
Very exciting prospect. Tregenza. Or through it. McGuinness. Which way will it bounce? Favourably, I feel. McIntyre and Rowe both trying to get through. Still McIntyre. Good tackle. Well done, St Kilda. Morris. Long kick to the centre. Harvey in a good position. The spoil was okay. Newport, whose skills are probably not quite as good as a couple of the other players out there. Klug stretches like he only can and takes a fingertip up. They called him a spider earlier with those tentacles, Gerard.
Well, those arms, they look like they dislocated from the shoulders and expanded about 6 or 7 inches more than the normal. Must have surely one of the longest reaches in the AFL.
Well, can he kick the goal to put Adelaide back in front? He's kicked one. Kicks from 50 metres, drop punt, gets under it, kicks it strongly, and kicks it well for a goal. 9-5-8-7. The Crows in front, and Klug's impact has been pretty great on this game.
Well, there it is again. What a fantastic mark in front of Frawley. Too big a reach for Frawley. And the atmosphere here, you'd think this was a semi-final at stake for the Crows. It is for St Kilda.
Adelaide by 4 points. Mickey Winmar. Yeah, the umpire was that holding the man or a throw, or what was it?
Holding the man was called.
Holding the man to Tregenza.
I think that was a throw the last time he had the ball. Would have done Wally Lewis proud.
Tregenza to the half of Klug again in front of the pack. It's stumped wide. Robert Harvey, they really need someone to get them moving. Oh, a bad hand pass, but he gets away with it. He taps it on. Newport from half back to the half-forward line. Stewie low in front. Up down by the newcomer in Patterson. They're off and away. That's Brown to the half-forward line. Oh, great mark by Grant.
Well, Jamison's taken a couple, and so has Grant.
Brown and Pays, I have to look twice at them.
Go to the same hairdresser, Pete.
Yeah, it was Brown.
Coughlin, Pays at the back. Coughlin's mark and plays on to half forward. Rice, who's had a quiet one. Gee, pushed in the back. Now, Craven. But Wren gets back. Well, he really is an exciting player. He and Glenn Jakovic are the two young men that have really come onto the scene. Here's Patterson. Sweeps a long one, important one. McAdams in the box seat. It wasn't a particularly good kick, but a good break for Adelaide through Bickley. Grant, Jamison, McIntyre with the sit. Jamison cleverly. A handball, brilliant. Rowe, high, long, not straight. Micken versus Harding, good contest at behind. 9-6 to 8-7. What do you think of this? Here's Pekin to come on. What do you think of this young Wren, Gerard? Do you like him?
Well, the thing I like about him, Bruce, is the fact that he's reading the ball so well across the half-back line there. He's doing a lot of unselfish and hard running from forward line to back, but he's really reading the ball well and getting in and cutting off the supply to the big forwards of St Kilda.
Here's Tony McGuinness again to Tregenza. Pressure again on that St Kilda defence. Morris. Tapped down by McIntyre was good play. Hand pass over the top. Klug. Oh, good play by John Klug. Have a look at that. There's the kick by Micken. And he has missed. Kicked it on the right foot, but Adelaide looked the better side at the moment. 9-7 to 8-7. And as Max Stevens said, it's just a slight breeze to the left of screen, and St Kilda have it, but they've stopped to a walk at the moment.
Yes, and it's going to be the running power of the Crows that will probably tell on the final impact on this game. If the Saints can't get a bit of a break here by three-quarter time, I don't think they're going to have the legs to outrun the Crows in the last quarter.
Morris takes his time, thumps it towards Greg, who's in the hands of the trainers a moment ago, but taps it on cleverly for Winmar, who's got tremendous pace and skill and did it superbly and kicks it to Lockett. Well played, Nicky Winmar.
Well, I thought Scott Lee just put in a couple of short ones there. He could have got in front of the big Mack truck. Probably don't blame him for pulling out on that occasion, because running in front of Tony Lockett is a task in itself.
Newport off for Pekin. Lockett with 4 goals, 3 tonight. Peter McKenna's described him as the best full forward he's seen. It's some rap. Drop punt. And he kicks it very well for a goal. 5 goals to Tony, and the Saints get back to level, 9-7 apiece.
Yes, he did kick that one very well, as we can see here. Nicky Winmar, a beautiful kick there to Tony Lockett. I just did think that Scott Lee pulled out the last minute there, Peter.
Yes, he should have cut across Lockett there. It would have been like getting hit with by a steam train. Scores are level. The big fella has made the scores level, but after class play by Winmar, and Lockett is the man who can win this game for St Kilda if they can get it down to him often enough. Or look at the desperation of Wiedemann trying to tap it out. And Wiedemann, not the same spelling as the famous name at Collingwood. Murray Wiedemann, former captain, now lives in South Australia.
We shifted on to Simon Atkins last week against Footscray and took him right out of the game after he'd had 17 possessions in the first quarter.
Now we're back to the centre with a ruck clash. That was good. Frank Codlin's battled hard. There's Pays. He's a goer. Brown, he's look-alike. Devonport's there also. And the umpire will come in and bounce.
Well, the Saints do need somebody to grab this game by the scruff of the neck. They've got a finals berth at stake here. They're playing for a hell of a lot more than the Crows. The present time, their commitment around the packs and around the ground hasn't really reflected that situation.
Well, Collingwood can take their place. Number 6, Andrew Jarman races in at Greg.
Well, if that wasn't a short jab with the stump.
Well, here's Mickey Winmar, the brilliant Winmar. The long kick in at goal has missed to the right, but that gives the Saints the lead by that solitary point.
1-1 to Winmar, and a couple of good kicks to Lockett. Tasker's kick, good. We've used this ploy. Maynard, who's on Lockett, but doesn't take the kick-outs. Centre wing, Klug, good take. Handball, missed by Tregenza, ran off the ground, doesn't go anywhere. Wiedemann, not a good handball in the end. Craven. Patterson goes to ground. Free kick to Adelaide to Wiedemann. May have been fortunate after making a mistake. Quickly plays on. Sort of a half kick, that one, with a bit of distance. McIntyre being held, no free kick. Rowe and Devonport in play. Rowe looking for a free, but not given it in a throw-in.
He's a little bit stiff, McIntyre. I thought he was held as you called it, Bruce.
7-2 for Rowe with a goal. Micken, Vidovic, he's been very strong. Frawley, Devonport has a bit of time to set it up. Looks for Lowe. Wren gets there in the front. Good take by Coghlan, then a good steal in the end. Lowe, Jarman cleverly. Wren shouldn't have handballed then, the young fellow. Patterson panicked a bit. Wren gets a free kick in the centre square against Winmar. So the 19-year-old, who we've talked about in glowing terms. Low drop punt. Mickey's target. Good defence by Harding. Take by McGuinness. Craven stole it very well and is away.
Yeah, good play by Danny Craven to the half-forward line. Racing after it is the newcomer, Paul Patterson. He ran past the ball. Oh, still there, though, is Pays. Oh, they've got a couple of rugged customers down there across half-back, the Crows. There's Vidovic, punched away from him. Now, this will be Pekin sweeping the ball wide. Winmar. Greg. Oh, clever play by Greg. Chip pass to Lowe. Lowe can run into an open goal. Stab, bang, goal of the Saints. Stuart Lowe has kicked his first. St Kilda lead by 7 points.
Yes, it started by Tim Pekin. Sweeping handball out to Nicky Winmar, who whips a great handball out to Greg. I think this boy's got fantastic hands, Greg. Controlled that beautifully, and good vision got it over to Big Lowy, who kicked a good goal on the run.
Been a good little patch for the Saints. 10-8 to 9-7. Winmar, Filkey, and Harvey, and again a bouncer.
Bruce Winmar has lifted St Kilda in this past 5 minutes, hasn't he?
Well, got the goal for Lockett, and then that handball to Greg.
So is Danny Craven. I think he's done quite well this quarter.
Yeah, he's playing a lot closer to McGuinness.
Definitely.
So 68 to 61. Rowe smothered by Taylor was good. Pekin couldn't get it away. Wiedemann does to half forward. Grant and Jamison, maybe the duel of the night, that one. Frawley waits, gets caught, throws it in the end, gets away with it. Here's Winmar with wonderful skill, and he's away. Oh, McGuinness runs him down. It was a good contest. Coghlan looks for a free kick. Burke caught. It's willing at the moment. Handball by Taylor. Oh. Well, was that a throw? Here's McGuinness. Adelaide win it, but only as far as Grant. Will it sit? Jamison puts a bit of pressure on him. Grant goes to ground. It's still in play. And Frawley.
Wasn't that great work by Wiedemann at half-back, those tackles that he put on?
Well, it's a fantastic game for St Kilda, because this is played under finals pressure. If they can get through with a win, they're going to be far better side for it.
Vidovic. Brown taps it back towards Jarman. Brown and Tregenza, two former Port Adelaide. Here's Rowe. Good handball. Tregenza should kick a goal. Does. No. Didn't make it. Didn't have the power. Looked home, didn't it?
Well, I think Terry Hall will be proud to bend one that far.
Gee, thought it was through.
Peter Dacos would have kicked that one, I think.
Jarman's got to be injured to be coming off.
Oh, I don't know. I think he's had a quiet night.
She's too good, isn't he, to take off?
Oh, that's true. Well, there's a hand pass from Rowe, looking for Brown. Devonport caught, loses it. Harvey, centre of the ground. How will the umpire see this one? He lets it go. Coughlin, was that a push in the back? Yes, it was. Ball will have to come back. No, the advantage paid. Everyone had stopped. Greg in towards half-forward. Lowe has his name written all over it, but good play by Patterson to thump it away. Hocking looking for the hand pass. A fumble there by Tasker. He's fumbled a couple of times. No, it wasn't. It was Patterson. And eventually it's a free kick. And it will go the way of Patterson at half-back.
They're demanding a 50-metre penalty there, the Crow fans. But
I'll tell you what, they're one-eyed, aren't they?
Oh, I love the South Australian crowd. They love their football over here, and they love their home team. So I think it's fantastic.
I've never heard so much noise from a crowd. Long kick. He'd be a nervous boy, Paul Patterson.
He's got plenty of mates here. If he gets into trouble, he can throw a few on the lock-up.
He's from West Adelaide.
And they don't mind doing that over here.
But there's the kick to the half-forward line. Low. It was grabbed. Wiedemann again. Oh, I like this player. He is a rugged customer. He passes his way through half-back. McGuinness in front, punched away by Craven. There's Kane Taylor. The tackle was by Brown. Oh, look at the pressure put on by the Crows. Good play. And it'll be a bounce by umpire Brian Sheehan, and again they hoot.
Well, they wanted McGuinness to get a free kick, didn't they?
Oh, I certainly did. It was touch and go, but I like the way Craven has lifted his game. It's one of the most difficult things for a footballer to do, to come back when they've been well beaten. We see there Nicky Burke in trouble with the trainer, getting the magical spray applied to his left leg.
Centre half forward, quick kick by Devonport. It's a terrific struggle at the moment. Micken took a chance, couldn't take the mark. Burke off the ground. Good play by Lowe, got a good bounce. Patterson with him. Rice, who's had a quiet one for such a very good player. He'll go for Lockett, but did he go too far?
Oh, that was stiff, wasn't it?
Well, I think he went 7.5 yards one way.
Oh, come on.
7.5 the other. So
you've got to be given time to steady, don't you?
Looked pretty tough, didn't it? Get the tape out, Peter, and have a look.
I think he would have needed the slide rule. It was that close.
Well, Lee's a beneficiary with the Crows, and the kick's a good one to Maynard. Bartlett coming back on for McIntyre. It's a bit of a surprise. Jamison, oh, that's poor play. Really should have taken it. Can he make up for it? Yes, free kick to the Crows for dropping the footy by Burke. Here's Wiedemann. Wren on a lead. Harding with him, and he takes a good, strong mark.
Yes. I like the way Wiedemann hangs off the side of the pack with his left foot kicking it straight up the corridor. It's good, a great advantage to the Crows.
Oh, Paul Harding. It's in a hand pass. Vidovic. Tim Pekin. They've created the loose man. This is Craig Devonport. Robert Harvey, where's Lockett? The leader's onto the pocket. Lockett versus Maynard. Maynard comes, but Lockett's got it. He went to play on. He's on the left foot, the big fella. He slams a goal, and Tony Lockett has kicked another one. 6 goals to the big champion full forward. St Kilda 11-8, lead the Adelaide Crows 9-7.
Yes, he was pretty pleased to get out of that one, Tony. We saw him put himself under a little bit of pressure. He thought he was clear here, able to run into an open goal, but sidestepped, and as I said, he's got all the skills that you can possibly possess. I'm sure he's going to be pretty pleased with that one at the end of the day.
6 to Lockett, 11-8 to 9-7. The Saints stretch it to 13 points. They're having a good period here. The handball by Coughlin. Winmar's handball all right. Burke caught. Quick kick away. Low, or good give there to Craven. Craven can attack and put it right up there for a behind. 11-9 to 9-7. Well, Jared's spoken about Craven a couple of times in this term. Sharking of the pack's been good. Here's Tasker, normally goes to Maynard, and he does it again. He's found him 4 or 5 times tonight. Maynard from the back pocket with a high one. Wiedemann and Filkey. Wiedemann's handball. McGuinness, who must have run himself into the ground in the first half with his 20 possessions, off the ground. Good take by Klug. Lee sells a dummy, then chips it to half forward. Chance here, well played in the end by Rowe to leave it for Bartlett.
You judge the quality of a player by what he does with the ball. And Klug, every time he gets the ball, something happens for the Crows up forward.
Well, Bartlett's only kicked 1 goal in the AFL. Is this number 2? It is. 10, 7, 11, 9. And I'd see that one, Jared Healy, is a real bonus for the Crows late in this quarter.
Yes, as I mentioned before, I think the Crows have got an advantage in the running power. And that's what this game is going to be decided on in the last quarter. It's no point having Lockett and Lowy down there if the ball's not coming down. And the Crows have got the ability to turn it on in the last quarter, and we've seen that happen time and time again this year.
St Kilda by 8 points. Centre bounce vital. Micken versus Vidovic. No decisive hit out, but that was Bickley getting it wide. Or Felky got a bad bounce, goes to get it again, looking for the hand pass, can't get his boot to it. Good play by Harvey. But there's little Eddie Hocking, they love him. The short one is on. Oh, the Crows will get away here through Brown. Now it's Tregenza into the pocket. Morris at the back has dropped it. It comes across the face. Just over 3 minutes of play left in this third term. This is Brown again. Will it beat him over the line? Yes, it does. So it'll be a throw in at half forward for Adelaide.
Well, it may be just a calculated risk to take this man on screen off the ground. We saw earlier in the season, Corns took him off in the early part of the game, and he came back on to almost be best man on the ground. He's got a great pride, and maybe that's the reasoning behind Corns' decision.
That was against Footscray, and he really did turn that game round. Here's Bickley to Micken. Long handball. Filkey, not a good kick. And in the pocket, and a throw in. Devonport.
The other reason, of course, Bruce, is the fact that I think he was one of the worst sufferers of the flu or the bug during the week, and may just need that break to give him a bit of a rest for the final quarter onslaught.
Then gives a free kick away to Vidovic.
Tell you what they could do with that guy we saw on the bench, Chris McDermott, couldn't they? He's good in the clinches.
Sure is. He's just got a hamstring. He did against Footscray when he kicked a goal last week. Vidovic, he's done well tonight. Micken takes a fly, couldn't hold the mark. McGuinness, who has tied, I think. Winmar's been a very important player in the third quarter. Long kick, Maynard should take it. Did Lockett interfere? No, here's Rice. Left foot. Goal. (12-9 to 10-7). 81 to 67.
Maynard was worried about Lockett then, and that's why he didn't really go for that mark, did he?
Yes, he should have taken that one on the chest, and we'll see that on the replay. He's worrying about where the big bloke is. And there's Dean Rice. Well, St Kilda have experimented with a number of players in the forward pocket this year. Wilson, one of them, of course. And Rice gets the job tonight.
St Kilda kick clear again. Handy little break. 12-9. 10-7. Centre back. Oh, there's Winmar again. What a quarter he's played for the Saints. He kicks to the pocket. It's thumped away. There's Tasco. He ran past the ball. Backup support from Patterson. Now, here's Wiedemann. Oh, shocker. He's kicked it sideways, and it'll probably roll over the line, and it does.
Well, I'd like to see them bring Tim Allen back on the ground. I think they're getting a little bit outgunned in the height division across centre half forward, and that young bloke has got both the height and the mobility to be a bit of a distraction to the Crows.
Took one of the really good marks of the season, didn't he, earlier? Here's Winmar. The kick to Lockett on a lead. Lockett tries to half volley, does very well. Lockett brilliantly to Greg, to Beacon, who should finish off with a goal. They stretch it further now. Well played, Lockett. 13-9, 10-7. Beacon gets his first, and this has been a profitable couple of minutes for St Kilda.
Yes, well, we see here Nicky Winmar, not one of his best kicks, just falls a little bit short. Lockett picks it up on the half volley, kept his eyes on the ball and his hand forward facing the ball, which is the correct skill. We see it laid off from Greg. And a good goal. Kicked by Tim Pegan, who's been a little bit quiet tonight, Pete.
Well, he started on the bench and has come on. But there's the centre now. Can the Saints get another one? Here's Filkey. The half-forward line. Grant versus Jamison. Grant will get there first. Been a terrific battle that. Here's Harvey. Robert Harvey, a very highly skilled player. Chip pass. Vidovic. 25 seconds in which to score here, the Saints. As they go forward, one before three-quarter time, and be very, very handy. There's Lowe. Is that a mark? No, it's not. He didn't get first bite. Hocking. Hocking again on backup support there, but here's Pekin. McAdam from 40 metres. Gilbert McAdam fires in a goal. A beautiful looking kick. Another one to the Saints, I feel here. Yes, right on three-quarter time. A terrific goal to McAdam. His first, and the Saints have kicked well clear. 14-9-93 here at Football Park. Adelaide remain on 10-7-67.
The Saints, with a scent of the finals, lead 14-9 to 10-7. Wren versus Vidovic. Pekin. Handball by Craven. Vidovic caught by Wiedemann. Winmar gets yet another possession. Lockett. Clever, then with strength. Don't tell me who kicked this one. Oh, gee, what a strong man he is. Just fended off Maynard there and kicks it behind. 6 goals for.
Yeah, well, that passage of play highlighted probably the key to this game. Winmar and Lockett. Winmar 8 possessions and 10 possessions in that third quarter, and he's playing them bigly. He must tighten up if the Crows are going to get on top here.
Wiedemann to the half-back line. That hand pass was by Patterson. The ball around towards centre wing. Good mark by Grant. Very, very good mark. Starting to get on top of Jamison. Jamison had the honours in the first half, but he played a good third quarter, David Grant. Here's Lazar Vidovic. Centre of the ground to the half-foot line. A goal here would be invaluable to St Kilda. They're a chance too with Rice. Hand pass Devonport, just waited there. Tasker to the half-back line. Jarman back on the ground. Here's the brilliant Winmar. Had a magnificent third quarter. The short pass has found Craven.
Jarman's down in the middle of the
he's
ground.
holding his knee too, I think.
Yes, and importantly, Tim Pegan, the man that's playing on him, has run on to be a loose man in attack now.
Craven up towards full forward and over the back. Good mark taken by Wren. Very impressive player.
Yes, Jarman still hasn't moved in the centre there. And he does look as if he's injured his knee or left leg at least.
Oh, he's in pain too. A lot of pain.
Well, what a tragedy that for the Crows. Certainly below his best tonight. Wiedemann gets it from Lee. Vidovic, who's been very good as Jarman's been carried off in front of them. Crows riddled with injuries have really had their fair share in their first season. Harvey takes it from Greg. Well chopped off by Tregenza. Pekin gets through a couple. Wiedemann, well played. Very well played. Tasker under pressure, but a good handball to McGuinness, who had a quiet third quarter after a sensational first half. Again, Vidovic, who's growing in stature as this game goes on. From centre wing.
Vidovic, the short one. Grant knocks it away to his opponent, Jamison. Jamison on the left foot to the pocket. They need a couple of quick goals, the Crows. Over the back is Denny Frawley. Harding goes outside to Nathan Burke. This is Vidovic again, looking for Burke. He actually threw that in the finish, so it will be a free kick going the way of the Crows, and will go to Jamison.
Yes, well, Nathan Burke isn't talented enough to, Vidovic isn't talented enough to sidestep plays, and he should really be just playing the basics, getting the ball quickly down the forward line.
Jamison to half forward, Winmar the flyer. Wren, cleverly done. Which way will it bounce? Oh, bounces the way of Micken. Micken over the top. Here's Bartlett with a chance, an open goal. Bartlett kicks for his second and puts it through. 2 goals to the defender, playing now on the forward line, and Adelaide back in with a chance. 11-7 to 14-10.
Yes, well, a tricky little bit of play here by Bartlett. We see the ball kicked down quickly, handball out. A little bit of celestial navigation there, I thought. Side slipped through 2 players there, under a bit of pressure, slotted a great goal.
Oh, where'd you get that from? Celestial navigation, Jerry.
Nighttime football skill, Peter.
Won't argue with you. G. 94 to 73. Vidovic gets a tap clearly. Winmar, one of the stars of the game, along with McGuinness. And again, a ball up.
It's been a bonus down on the forward line, though, Bartlett's kicked a couple of really telling goals.
Yes, it was a surprising move when McIntyre was taken off for him. Chris Mitchell, Brian Sheehan in charge. The crowd tonight, 45,440. A couple of hundred short of the crowd that saw West Coast. Off the ground by Hocking. Mark taken by Burke. Swings the handball wide to Harvey. One of the great running players in the game. Low the target. Good kick, good mark. Will he look for Lockett? Lockett leads towards centre half forward. Kick not good. Tasker able to get back.
Why would you kick to a forward pocket when you've got the best full forward in the league at the present? One out in the square.
Well, he did make a blue. Maybe he can make up for it here at low with the mark. Frawley. He's had a pretty quiet night. Kick only as far as Wiedemann. Touched off the boot. Play on call. Wiedemann tries to sell a dummy. Then squeezes one out to Lee. It was a good kick. Lee took the mark. Gives the handball to Bickley. Bickley with pace from the centre towards full forward. Bartlett on the lead. Morris's spoil was good. Harding. Here's a mobile big man. And he runs it out.
Yes, Paul Harding, 4 marks, 7 handballs, played mostly in defence tonight. Former Hawthorn player, former West Australian, of course. Micken versus Vidovic. Over the back was Nathan Burke. Well, danger here because Jamison's got it, gets it to McGuinness. McGuinness brings it to the pocket, but this might be out in the fall. It is, and it will be a penalty kick down there to the Saints. They're not out of the woods yet. They've got a good lead. 73 plays 94, so 21 points. But Adelaide, they'll keep fighting here with their crowd yelling for them. There's a good mark to Klug or Wren. They raffled that one. In fact, the umpire is going to let Wren have it. Jamison sets it up to half forward. Beautiful kick, and this is Bartlett again. He's creating a few problems up there after being thrashed by Lowe at centre half back.
Yes, we may have found a new position for himself. You see, he times the lead well. The ball is well centred. He's shooting for now for his 3rd goal.
Well, from 45 metres, not a bad looking kick. A little bit to the left, maybe, or did it sneak in? No, it's a point. So Vital kicked that one.
I just get the feeling that the Crows are sneaking back into this game, Peter, and if St Kilda don't get a bit of a hurry up, they may be facing a bit of a struggle in the last couple of minutes.
Morris got 4 or 5 leads going everywhere here. Takes his time about it and then bangs it down the centre. Gregg goes for it. Couldn't take it. Coughlin. Frawley. The Saints can set something up. Swings it wide. Harvey's got a panic here. Can take his time. The bounce. Loses a bit of momentum. Tries to sell a dummy. Lowe. It was all slow motion with a good handball by Lowe to Harvey. To Craven. Craven to Coughlin. Coughlin over the top. Rice. Oh, kick across the face by Rice. Is it a mark? Yes, it is. And play on to Lockett. Sells a dummy, gets caught. Still Lockett with strength and powers it through. 7 goals to Lockett in what could be a match-winning performance now, and it's 15-10 to 11-8.
On that passage of play, it always looked like it was going to be one handball too many. And this was the one that I thought was too many. Peeking out to Lockett, who didn't see the player behind him, but what recovery. For a player of his size to bend down, pick the ball up, shoot for his 7th. Incredible goal.
Max Stevens is down on the boundary. What's the report on Andrew Jarman, Max?
Well, Andrew Jarman has a sprained left ankle, and at this point of time, it's very unlikely that he'll be returning to the ground.
Tony Lockett has almost ensured there a St Kilda victory after a very ordinary effort from his opponent Maynard. Here's Wiedemann, who's played a terrific game for the Crows. The kick wide to centre wing. Frawley was there, and Harvey. Frawley goes in to grab it. A strong player, Denny Frawley. Here's McGuinness. That should be a free kick for in the back. It'll be a free kick to Tony McGuinness.
He has done very well, though, since half-time, Danny Craven.
Yes, a lot better. Well, he's played a lot closer and tighter on Tony McGuinness. There's a nice kick. Jamison. Punched away by Grant. And that's been an enthralling battle, that one. The ball thumped over the line, but I think St Kilda will be very difficult to beat from here. They've got that finals berth in their sights.
And they've earned a good lead here of 26 points. Crows have stuck to their guns. Grant, handball, good. Taylor playing his 50th. Centre wing. Wren underneath it, takes the mark and plays on quickly. Wiedemann, left foot. Not as bad as it first looks, because at least it's out in front of Bartlett, who does very well, very cleverly. Doesn't kick the goal, though, and that's what Adelaide needed. Out of play. Well, he did a good job there to set himself up, but couldn't finish it off, Bartlett.
He looks much better up forward, doesn't he, than on the back line. He's a bit slow for the back line, I think.
Well, Lowe turned him inside out a few times in the first half, but he's probably the great mark in the game, Lowe. Vidovic against Micken. Now Micken with a chance. A free kick going the way of St Kilda after Micken had kicked the goal. But the free had been called earlier, and then Micken kicking for goal and putting it through. But it'll be Burt from the back pocket with the handball across to Morris.
Russell Morris. Oh, Wiedemann went high. Could have given away a free kick there. Robert Harvey looking for Greg. Oh, good play. Terrific play. And good shepherding too by Greg to allow Coughlin to bring it into Lowe. Geez, marking's been good. Clever play by Lowe to peak, and Lockett is on the lead. The chip passes there. Great play by the Saints. And it's just capped off with a beautiful lead by the champion full forward, who's already kicked 7.
And they look a far more accomplished and dangerous side, St Kilda, when they go down the middle of the ground, or at least be more direct and not fiddle around with handball after handball. On that occasion, we saw a mark kick, handball.
Lockett for goal number 8. Beautiful kick by the spearhead right through the middle. Another outstanding effort by Lockett. 8 goals out of 16, 16-10, plays 11-8.
Well, they say this side isn't a one-man band, but you'd have to really seriously question that. 8 goals out of 16. Not a bad effort.
Eight goals to Lockett. It's been a great performance. Facing 100 goals earlier tonight, got them quickly without much fuss. McAdam caught. Lucky not to give a free kick away. Hocking gets rid of it in a hurry. Tapped on by Taylor. The Saints are going very well at the moment. Greg's kicked a half forward. Low. Coughlin. High and slow handball. Allen, who's come back on the ground for Devonport. Now McAdam, who's kicked a few goals at Football Park in his time. Rice running back against it with Lee. And also Filkey still in play. Tasker, handball to Lee was pretty good. Maynard to the space to Wren. 198 centimetres, 19 years of age. Really good prospect. Kick to centre half forward, not good. Frawley takes the mark. Kluge's been quiet in the last quarter and a bit, hasn't he? And here's Craven, who goes away at half-back and swings it wide to McAdam.
Oh, well done by McAdam. Good use of the body. Where's Lockett now? McAdam's clear. Lockett about to lead up the centre. There it is. Lockett had to wait underneath it. He's really set up then. Lockett again. Can he go? Oh, brilliant play by the full forward. And is that a goal for? No, he's missed. Well, I was hoping he'd kick that, because that was terrific play.
Yes, and I'm sure Ken Sheldon would be pleased, not so much with Lockett's kick, but with the form of the young wingman out there, bouncing the ball down the wing. Has been struggling for a bit of form, is Gilbert McAdam, and to see him bouncing the ball there, looking to set up Tony Lockett, would be certainly pleasing for the coach.
With the finals not too far away. Tasker's kick, a good one to Wiedemann, who's been tremendous tonight. He's really going to cement his place in this team late in the season, I know. We've only got North Melbourne to come after a bye. Micken goes. Good thump away by Harding. Rice played it well. Then the little chip pass to Lockett. Good. And suddenly the real sting's gone out of the game from Adelaide.
I think Maynard's thrown in the towel a little bit on Lockett. A couple of times, a couple of very ordinary efforts on him.
Well, he's the hardest man to stop in the game, isn't he? He's kicked 8 goals, 5. This is his 15th match for the season.
He's just being given a little bit too much latitude at the present time, Peter. I think you're right there. And Maynard should finish off the job. He has started well, and despite a lot of goals against him, shouldn't give it away now.
Lockett's kick across the face. It's a behind, so he's kicked 8-6.
Tell what's been vital for the Crows too, and you cannot afford to have players suspended, and to have Nigel Smart, probably the best backman out, well, for 3 weeks. I mean, it's so costly to get yourself rubbed out, isn't it, if you're a really top player?
Well, he would definitely have got the job tonight. Whether he'd been good enough's another thing. There's very few that are.
I doubt that we would have been, actually. This guy's going to be a good player. Wren to the half-forward line. Harding, did he mark it? Yes, he did. It was a good effort by St Kilda. They were put under pressure and they've come back well. Nathan Burke to the half-forward line. Vidovic's been pretty good. Oh, good play, Wiedemann. He put his head down and barged in.
He reminds me of Gary McIntosh, this player. McIntyre.
Yeah.
McIntosh.
No, McIntosh plays for Nord,
yeah.
That's right.
Patterson.
Rough and tumble player.
There's Patterson to centre wing. All the Crows players, well, there's Winmar. Some of the Crows players died right out of this game. Harvey gets it to Burke. The short one is on it. Oh, I thought he thought Big Lockett was coming at him then, Wren.
Lockettitis.
Maynard to the half-back line, and he's found Pays.
Plays on to his lookalike in Brown. Centre wing. Goes towards centre half forward. Klug and Frawley. Rowe dropped the chest mark. Has time to get it back. Bickley with a chip one to the pocket to Jamison, but has that gone out in the full? Yes, it has, before Jamison could get there. So falling apart a little for the Crows. They've put up a good fight for 2 7/8 of a quarter, didn't they? But the Saints on top.
The Saints, though, isn't it, to come back, because you know, really with this crowd, they're put under enormous pressure.
Well, I think Jared mentioned earlier it was like playing in the finals for them, and they've responded. So it's just the run they'd want. Winmar to Greg to McAdam. Remembering also that Sydney and Brisbane to follow at home, 2 easier type games you'd think before the finals. Here's Coghlan. Lockett short. Maynard runs at him, but Lockett just holds his ground and goes for shepherding. So Allen was in the box seat. Big Tony held out Maynard, and he goes.
Knew it. He knew it too. There's the kick. McGuinness. He's tired a bit in the second half, but he played a sensational first half. The ball thumped back towards McGuinness. That was good play. Klug hooks it in towards the pocket. Jamison versus Grant again. Thumped the ground. This is Rowe trying to get in a hand pass. He does. Micken, a shocker. Across the face. Russell Morris traps it well. And he copped one very, very high. The advantage paid. Frawley kicks it out wide. Can lays a bit of it. Get there he can, and marks.
It's pretty rude when you cop a smack in the face like Morris just did. You don't even get a kick.
Short to Pekin. McAdam. McGuinness and Pekin. Hocking. The Saints want a free kick for McGuinness, and
I still believe St Kilda are just looking for that one handball too many. Rather than Gilbert McAdam, we saw him floating through the middle of the ground. Could have gone direct to Lockett just a short time ago, but elected to handball to Coghlan. Once again, we see a silly handball, loss of possession.
Harvey cleverly. High one. Low. Now Coghlan and also Pays. A good race here. Tasker cleverly to Pays. Patterson. I don't think the Pays handball was too good. It was the wrong direction, really. Tasker's handball good to Wiedemann, who we've talked about quite a bit. Chip pass to Bickley, who we think had that job on Winmar in the third quarter, and he got turned inside out, and he's kicked the ball straight to Winmar.
Wrong option then.
Winmar looking for 50 with Micken running across the mark, not going. Winmar's kick a beauty to Rice.
I think he's really the main catalyst for St Kilda really having this great second half. Winmar, his third quarter magnificent. And every time he gets it, something constructive happens. There's Dean Rice up towards Lockett, the big fella. Oh, he nearly took that mark too. Hand pass was by Tasker. Now it's Patterson. To the half-back line, Dean Rice, no mark, goes in to get it again, but cop one in the back. Is the advantage paid? Oh, they all stop. That shouldn't be advantage. Greg the short one to Lockett. Now, why is that advantage?
Well, it is left to the umpire's interpretation. And
they've got to do something about that rule, because every player anticipated the free kick there, and they all stop. The St Kilda player grab them and they say, oh, advantage. Ridiculous. It's a free... Anyway, it's a kick to Lockett for goal number 9. A sensational performance again. This great champion player. He's kicking for goal number 106 for the year. What a tremendous effort. Goal. So the Saints have this game well and truly in hand. The Adelaide crowd starting to scream out. 17-12 to 11-8.
Well, there he is, the big man. The biggest man at St Kilda by a long stretch. Well, all the Crows players did stop there, and Dean Gregg walked in and slotted one onto Tony Lockett's chest.
(17-12 to 11-8), and Lockett has kicked 9 goals in a wonderful performance. Quick kick away by Gregg. Low, and he'll get the free kick. So it's all happening for the Saints now. Low's kick. Will Lockett get another one? He's kicked 9. Outnumbered 3-1. Bickley was too hot to handle. Winmar brilliantly left foot. Another one. He's a gem, isn't he, this Winmar? Brilliant. Second goal. And in his own way, he's been as spectacular as Lockett. They've both been magnificent. 18-12 to 11-8.
Sensational player, Winmar.
Yes, well, not long ago, about half-time, we were looking for a player that was going to lift the Saints, and it was Winmar. Moved into the centre of the ground, and he's been dominant. 10 possessions in the third quarter, and what a fantastic goal to finish off with.
Crowd streaming out of the ground. Terrific performance this by the Saints. Pretty good side. That was Bickley getting in a hand pass. Craven kicks it away to Coughlin. How many will Lockett get? The short one on here. Yes. Oh, chipping across was Dean Rice. No mark paid. Rice has a kick. Now that kick was going to land right on the chest of Lockett, and he had his hands on his hips, Lockett. I don't think he was too happy.
Well, I think it was a bit of a comedy of errors, because I think Danny Craven may have had the goals in his sides. It was a short kick because he was dragged down from behind.
Tasker to the half-back line. This is Tregenza. Further afield it goes. That was by Pays. Now it's Patterson. Patterson ran a long way to the half-forward line. Players race at the ball. Is Bartlett versus Morris. Morris to Harvey. Harvey to McAdam. Breaks the tackle. They're off and running. Kane Taylor. Now Morris. Kane Taylor again.
McAdam. Little short one. Rice. Lee. Filkey goes to ground. Now McGuinness. To Brown. Left foot. Rowe the target. Grant has been tremendous. Getting on top of Jamison in the second half. And the mark by Gregg. This will be the Saints' first victory under lights for premiership points. Adelaide has been beaten once under lights this year by North Melbourne in Melbourne, but unbeaten here. Pekin. Centre wing. Low. Winmar. McAdam. Gee, there's a lot of spaces now for the Saints.
We talked about the crowd previously, but looking at it on a season's basis, over 400,000 people in Adelaide have come to watch AFL football, and that surely does vindicate the decision by the AFL to push ahead and get an AFL side in Adelaide.
McAdam. Drop punt. Good looking kick. And a goal. McAdam second, and he is running into form with the finals coming up. Importantly, 19-12 to 11-8, the McGarry medalists of 1989. And the Saints are really finishing this game off in style now. It's a good performance. And Gerard, it might be the last time they're put under serious pressure before the finals, thinking that Sydney and Brisbane will play them at Moorabbin, where they'll start hot favourites.
Yeah, you consider those two games to be certain wins for St Kilda, so a very important win for them.
Well, the Saints streaming away with this game, 19-12 to 11-8. Very, very impressive, because it did look at one stage as if Adelaide was getting on top. Here's Robert Harvey down to big Lockett. Tony Lockett has marked, and I hope he kicks this, because he's kicked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's kicked 9 and going in double figures. Always looks so good on the scorecard.
Well, this is the passage of play that I hope St Kilda players watch 100 times, because Robert Harvey bursts out of the centre, kicks it into the space where Tony Lockett leads and takes it easily. And it's a far more efficient way of kicking goals than by fiddling around with short 1 or 2 handballs where you can lose possession.
And don't tell me full forwards aren't important, Gerard. The most important player on the ground. If you've got a champion full forward, you can do anything with your side. Look at this kick. Nearly sneaks in for a goal, and almost a mark also to Low. Look at the streak. Oh, he tunnel balled that one. Taken away by Micken. Had to get a wrap in there for the full forwards, of course. This
Did you
is
see who kicked it down, Wimpert?
a ruck rover, yes. Oh, well done. The kick to centre wing. Now, do you run too far? I think he did. He'll have to come back. It'll be a kick to Allen.
Well, haven't they been a find, both Allen and Greg? The St Kilda really about 6 weeks ago were stagnant, and these players have really helped to give them that spark.
McGuinness tries to break the Allen tackle. Here's Rowe, who ran too far a moment ago. McGuinness's quick kick, but Harvey to take it. Running on strongly, the Saints. Their captain, Frawley. To centre half forward, Micken. Sweeps a handball out to Maynard. Over the top, Hayes.
Great tackle, Whitmar.
Whitmar, who's been magnificent. Taylor's high one. Maynard should take it comfortably, and does. One of the few times he's gone for the footy without Lockett alongside him in this last half. Klug, who had a tremendous first half and then died out. Hocking, Filkey, now Hocking, round his body. Jamison and Grant. Good contest again, like it's been all night between the two of them. Burke, Coughlin to Grant, who's one of the real class players of the comp. Klug will get it. Left foot to the space. Pekin tries a half volley, does all right. Taylor caught. Good handball by Brown. Hocking to the space. Good to Pays. Pays in a hurry. Quick kick. 1 out competition. Rolls through Bartlett and Morris from behind. And that's one of the few times Adelaide's had it up forward in this last quarter. 11-9 to 19-12. And when you consider that Adelaide led into the breeze in the third term, it's been a, well, I was going to say consummate performance by the St Kilda. Not quite, but it's been very, very close to complete in the end. Morris.
Well, he's kicked it to the half-back line. The punch away was by Tregenza. Here's Tony McGuinness punching away. Coughlin's worked hard all night. Brown and Pays, they were both there. Oh, this is McAdam having a bounce. Highly skilled player, kicks to the pocket. Dean Rice swoops at the back. He picks it up brilliantly. Good play. Gets in a hand pass and straight over the line, so it'll be a throw-in.
Well, it's not surprising that Adelaide have died out of this game when you consider that their best players up to half-time were McGuinness, Wiedemann, Jamison and Klug. And looking at it critically, all but Wiedemann have been winners in the second half. Sorry, Wiedemann
has been the only winner. We knew exactly what you meant, Jared.
Thanks very much, Bruce.
Kick by Pekin, marked by Lee. Back pocket. 126 to 75, repeating 45,440 came into the ground tonight. I'm sure a lot of them to see Lockett, and he hasn't let anyone down with his 9 goals, that's for sure.
I just think of a side like the Sydney Swans. What could they do with a guy like Lockett up there at the spearhead?
Well, with 45,000 watching them every week, Peter.
Yeah, make a big difference, wouldn't it?
Morris.
The mind boggles, Pete.
Well, maybe that's for the future. They had it for a couple of years. But the reality is that St Kilda are 19-12 to 11-9. And what all that adds up to, unless something like a miracle happens in the next fortnight, the Saints will play in their first final series since 1973. McGuinness, Micken. Bickley couldn't get to it, neither could McAdam. Filkey, who's had a fairly quiet match for him, normally gets the possessions. The kick by Pays, Jamison and Grant. Jamieson at last gets away from him and goes in to kick his 5th goal. To Jamieson, 12 to Adelaide, and the flags are flying at 12-9 to 19-12.
Yes, well, as I tried to say earlier, I thought that Grant had got on top of Jamieson in the second half. But as we see there, Jamieson did get away from Grant on that occasion, and with 5 goals to your name, you can't be looked at when the reasons for losing come up.
Back to the centre, Micken beaten by Vidovic. There's the captain, Danny Frawley. Nathan Burke receives from Kane Taylor. This is Greg. He's pretty self-assured for guys only playing his 2nd AFL game. The kick straight to Micken. Micken at half back. Kicks it wide. This is Bickley. They've got 38 seconds in which to score a goal here. That's McGuinness. The Pays to the half line. Here they go again. Grant versus Jamieson. The ball hits the deck. Nathan Burke. Oh, great skill by Burke. The short one. Greg. Russell Morris. Can Lockett kick his 10th? They've got it to the centre of the ground. Low. Free kick to Low. And they've got, what, 14 seconds in to try and get it up to Lockett for his 10th.
Well, the odds are against you, Peter. Short. Harding, 10 seconds, banging in long to Tony. He does. Can Lockett take the mark? There's a chance. He goes. He takes it, a beauty. And the siren sounds. And what better man to hold centre stage at the end of this match than Big Tony?
I hope he gets this because it'd be great, wouldn't it?
I think everybody does, even a lot of Crow supporters at 19-12 to 12-9.
Look at that for a full forward. 16 kicks and 14 marks, 9 goals. Fantastic.
Well, it was terrific to see the Adelaide supporters stand and cheer Tony when he got his 100th. I'm sure they should let them run onto the ground and let him cheer for his 10th.
Lockett for his 10th. He's kicked it well. And the man for the big occasion finishes it off in style. A fairy tale ending for Tony Lockett and for St Kilda. 20 goals, 12 to 12-9. And Lockett finishes with 10 goals, 6. Winmar was superb, particularly after half-time. A real star here with Lockett. And the Saints are marching on now. There's no question about that.